You are listening and or watching Pwnecast. This is episode 84, and we are in patch 6.2.3. I am your extremely wound up, extremely grumpy Warlock host, Bell. It's been a day. This episode, we're talking about all the Legion things. We have a new announcement regarding a really big, huge announcement for little itty-bitty gnome hunters. They are coming to World of Warcraft. New Murloc models, which actually look pretty legit. They're updating quite a bit of models. We have... apparently you're going to be able to make your own rainbow in-game. That's kind of weird, but I'm going to embrace it and say whatever. And we're also going to be talking about the extremely obscenely ugly-ass armor that I've seen come across my eyeballs the last week or so from Wowhead's data mining. We are going to be talking about that and much, much more, so make sure you guys stay right here.
World of Warcraft trade chat. Troll-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In Azeroth, the dedicated players who call out these asshats are members of the elite squad known as the Pwnecast Podcast. These are their stories.
I did bring the Riders of Rohan with me. I did bring the mage who already lost his new job, Frieza.
Definitely a story to go with that. I know I will continue the story later on after the show.
Oh, we're ready.
Well, basically, for the listeners, I'm a mechanic, and I fix heavy-duty equipment like Caterpillar, stuff like that.
There's people. He can't fix your vibrator, so stop messaging him.
Not even, but I will give it a shot. So I'll try to fix anything at one time. Either way, I lasted 3 days. I never had a job like this in my life. Every job I've had, I've lasted 2 years or longer. This is the first job I've ever had where I quit after 3 days. And on the first day was bad. The second day was worse. The third day, I thought about walking out, and instead I finished the day off, and I never went back. I walked in there and told all the bosses why. I had a good long talk with the bosses, and then I got my box and I left.
Did they make you do things? I mean, what's...
Basically, they want you to work on flat rate time, and I know Hotspot Shot's probably seen that a lot. And
do you want to show us on
we
the
don't
bed?
get paid on flat rate there.
Can
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm pretty sure that's offensive. I don't know how, but
that
I'm
looks
pretty sure.
awesome.
Oh, no, I
But
just
either
wanted
way-
to check. I mean, he's not being specific.
This
and I
is a
feel
little
that-
bit more accurate.
This is why I'm
This is a
drinking
little bit
wine.
more
that.
accurate.
From now on, it's going to be Wine Monday. Every episode, I'm going to be drinking wine from now on because it's the only way I can cope.
This is
Wine on a Monday.
this is a little bit more anatomically correct for Frieza.
Aww,
I agree.
that's awful.
I agree.
Was it just a horrible place to work? Did they try
It was
to make you jump?
It was the worst. It was the worst experience I've ever had in my life.
So what's flat rate time?
Means they give you a certain amount of time to do it, and then they expect you to do it in that time. But usually, flat rate, you get paid on flat rate. So if you do it faster, you get paid on it. This place wants you to do it on flat rate, but they don't pay you flat rate. So they want you to do 20 breaks in an hour and a half, but you get no benefit for breaking your back and doing it in an hour and a half.
No incentive for doing it sooner.
No, and they don't care whether or not you kill yourself in the process.
Oh.
It was pretty bad. He was pretty much the worst boss I've
really,
ever had
it
in my
looks
life.
like they right about.
Well, you know, it's interesting. Not me. I left. The guy who was there. There's only 2 of the guys that work there, and they've been there for 3 months, and one's been there for 6 months. And I looked at them, and I was like, I wanted to ask them, like, are you guys stupid? Like, this guy's working you to death, and you're not getting any incentive to do that. Because I've worked in diesel shops, many of them. No shop have I ever worked at worked people this hard, ever.
Come to my house. I'll make sure.
More time for wow.
Yeah, and I'm not afraid of working hard. I'm just not into destroying my body for a freaking truck.
Because you don't want to mess up that physique.
No, well, no, I don't. It was just interesting. It was an interesting, worst experience I've ever had. That's what I feel like. What Hotspot Shots is
That's
holding.
too funny. Well, we're glad that you are here. We did also bring the Death Knight who likes to flash his friends before the show, Lycan.
You're just jealous of all the sexiness that I had going in front of you.
And
guys,
it was
too.
full frontal, ladies and
It
gentlemen.
was.
Well, when I say frontal, I mean top half, obviously. But
Well, I didn't show the bottom half. That's why.
Oh, ew.
Oh. Too much sexy for that little box right there.
That's after dark.
Hashtag the fans don't demand it.
The fans
Hashtag the fans demand it.
The fans don't demand that
It
kind
was
of behavior.
about big.
Well, we're glad that you're here.
And we've resorted to live tweeting the show now since Bell won't let us live stream it yet. So
We're working
Yep.
in that. We're working in that direction, but it's not ready yet.
Don't be all like, oh yeah, I'm totally for it now. Like we've had to turn to the Twittertron and get the fans to back us
It's
because
just
like
it's a lot of stuff. Those of you that know me know I like to
It's a
put out
lot.
action, and I need to make sure.
can you not do that? Because honestly, I can't focus while you're sitting there running
I-
Squirtle's nipple.
We'll bring the shaman who did LFR and actually did it in the right fucking gear. Congratulations, bloke.
O'Doyle rules. I I was so proud of myself. I come from time farming the Timeless Isle because apparently I've lost my ability to speak goodly again.
We've just
And-
insulted the handicapable people. Good job, bloke. Good job.
5 minutes in, pissed some people off already.
Every show.
Like it's adding that to the list.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna cross that line, I mean, you just might as well hit him with the. Why you
Why
gotta?
doesn't it just
You're
go-
not a parallelogram.
No, let's just go whole hog. I thought I'd have a crack at getting some valor and see if I could like update my stooge gear. So I went in LFR, and I stopped when I ported in, and I made sure that I had my stuff, and I was in all my gear, and I even had my helmet on this time, and I was actually quite proud. A little bit emotional. only took 7 years, but I finally did a run. And
LFR warrior, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I
That's
mean,
awesome.
there might have been an incident last week of an enhancement chamois trying to pass himself off as a healer because he got pissed off with Q times. So,
You guys know that these 20 fucking tweets are ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous when I'm trying to focus on the people that are watching and listening. So guys, if I feel like I'm a little spacey, it's not because of the wine. It's because of these two jackasses twittering.
It's the wine. It's the wine.
these two jackasses, and there's 4 other people in here.
Oh, they can't see who I'm pointing at. Got it. Makes perfect sense. I did also bring the boomkin who decided
Watson
to
Fryson.
rock the Forrest Gump look, Hots for shots.
I mean, Jedi.
Wow.
I don't.
He came home, and I'm like, bruh, what's going on? What's happening? We're not in the military. You're good. But apparently that's the style he gets. So I'm trying to get him to like fade it a little bit and not so.
I like it.
I've had the same hairstyle for 7 years.
Look at the side though. Look at the side's very Forrest Gumpy.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's Gumpy for sure.
It's because I have black hair. If I had my natural blonde hair.
No, honey, you don't have black hair. You
Well,
have
it's blue. My shirt looks black, but it's actually blue. So my hair looks black, but it's actually blue.
I didn't
don't-
realize it was
Yeah.
that dumb.
Turn it aside again. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh.
He really is the Gump haircut. I totally wasn't joking. That's a real thing.
I mean, I like all kinds of shrimp, like boiled shrimp.
That's
Bubblegum shrimp.
you know, it's times like these where I remember why I don't ever leave my house.
That movie had a lot of racial slurs in it that wouldn't get away with today if you were to say.
Everyone would be offended. Literally,
They
the
would
whole
be.
list of people would be offended.
Well,
I got.
It's
Way
okay,
too
though,
politically correct.
Because we have an intro for Belle this week, and it's
No, we don't have no.
Yes,
Yeah, we do.
We don't. We don't have no intro. Belle doesn't get an intro. I don't need an intro.
the warlock who tries to be a druid and talks to the trees.
Go on.
Yep.
Go
For
on.
those-
Tell the lovely people of podcast worldwide.
I'm going to kill you with my telekinesis look. So since he decided to throw me under the bus, we did go Christmas tree shopping yesterday. Now here's the thing. I am all about the Christmas tree. I believe that you walk onto the lot and this tree is supposed to speak to you, right? It's going to be the perfect tree that when you put it up and every time you walk into that room, it's Christmas. It says Christmas. So I don't like noble firs. I like Douglas firs. I have a specific type of tree. So in doing this, I I take Hots for Shots. We take Dark. Now, every year, Dark's always into it. Like, he's totally helping me pick the right tree, and he's really into it. Well, because Hots for Shots decides he wants to be a dick and make fun of me the whole time, Dark decides to join in the fucking reindeer games because, dicks of a feather, they fly together. So they're both basically making fun of me the entire evening about me waiting for the right tree to speak to me.
I got behind a few of them and was like, Belle, pick me.
Not before I insulted some of the previous workers at the local Lowe's here, because their trees all fucking sucked. And I'm like, we're out of here. Your guys' trees blow. We're going to go to the lot down the way because this is not the place for the trees. But all their trees were like shitty trees. And they're like, oh, buy my crappy trees.
I'm pretty sure the employees don't care there. They're
You know,
just like, whatever.
They're sitting there smoking a cigarette. They don't even give a shit.
Yeah, they'll probably burn the trees at the end of the night anyways.
So thanks, Hots, for making my tree buying experience very memorable this year, and then bringing
Welcome.
for us to talk about on the show. What a dick!
One to you, sir.
We'll make sure it's a yearly occurrence.
So let's get into the news for the week. So not a whole lot of actual World of Warcraft current news. Most of it's Legion talk. I do want to make sure that I state ahead of time that the arena skirmishes do start on December 2nd. Those go until the 8th. You want to make sure that you get your 500 conquests, because in case you didn't know, that 500 conquest that you get for completing that arena skirms quest, where it's Seer Kazal, whatever, the guy that's in your garrison who gives you the quest, he'll give you 500 conquest points, and it doesn't go towards your cap. So that's like, it's basically throwing free conquests at you. So make sure that you guys get that completed. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. Gnome hunters. Here's the thing. They're gonna get.
I'm excited.
They're gonna get mechanic bunnies. I did that earlier. God damn it! Not mechanic bunnies. They're not gonna work on your car. It's not Frieza sitting around trying to work on your car.
This is BS, man.
Mechanical bunnies. They are gonna get special only gnome hunter pets. I don't know how you guys are feeling about this. I think it's pretty legit. They're gonna be their pets are gonna be bigger than them, so that's gonna be.
I was totally wondering if they're gonna be able to go around and like tame the battle pets.
What?
It's never
accurate.
Everybody, we were talking earlier pre-show. We were talking about how people want druid gnomes, and everybody wants now. The fans demand all the things because Blizzard gives you one thing.
Hot plant restos.
Yeah, at what point do we say, please stop being a jackass and
Care Bear Tang.
the lore? Do you care about the lore? Because I do. I don't want them to start doing that. What do you guys think?
I'm
Gnome
for it.
Hunter-
I don't really care.
Gnome Hunter, though, makes sense for the lore. I mean, again, we have Goblin engineering, we have Gnomish engineering. They've been able to make the guns. They're the only. I can't imagine they specialize in gun making and mechanical things like that, and they're the only ones not able to use it. Goblins are easily hunters. I mean, there's no problem that they're hunters. There's nothing in lore wise that says they can't be hunters. So actually, lore wise, it kind of fits, being that they've been an engineer this entire time, but they were never able to use the weapons.
That's a good way of looking at that. No, I never thought about that.
And it also, if you think back to BC release and Blood Elves couldn't be warriors, now literally every class in the game can be a warrior. It's
Thing.
I like that there's restrictions on what races can be what classes. I like
So do I.
that you have to pick and choose. I think that's what makes it interesting. We talked about this previously regarding the, well, it probably doesn't matter with racial traits, but I like the different restrictions on it because then it makes it's World of Warcraft, not World of give me whatever I want craft.
I think eventually in time with the storyline, now that they've added paladins to a couple classes there, I think if they're going to add it, they may have to make a storyline to it. They have to add lore to it and why they're able to be a hunter now, not just one day, boom, you're a hunter. So I think in the future, maybe all classes will be able to be, or all races will be able to be all classes one day. I don't know if that's going to be a level 120.
I don't want to live
But
in that World of Warcraft.
But if that does happen, it wouldn't bother me at all when it comes to PvP. I'm for it. I like cosmetically, It's good to see gnomes in PvP. It's good to see different people like that, worgans and stuff like that.
I like that they're adding things to it, but I think if they allow all for all, it doesn't make it World of Warcraft anymore. It makes it just kind of an all thing. I like
Agreed.
to have to pick and choose. Most people will only play specific classes because of those races. They know that, you know what I mean. Most people, and I'm the same way. There's classes I won't play because they don't have the specific.
I've always been a fan
race.
of the fact that of that very detail. The fact that, like, if you want to play very specific classes, that's why there was such a big sort of fan cry of joy when BC originally came out, and it was like all of a sudden it was like, holy crap, Tauren Paladins and like the Alliance has
the
Shamans
Blood
now.
Elf Paladins. They swapped it. That one made sense though, because the way gear worked back then, like dropping, whenever you go and you kill Ragnaros or you kill one of the bosses in MC, Shaman gear could drop. But Alliance had no one to use it. It was literally just,
Right. If you're a shaman,
I'm all confused now because we were talking about Tauren Paladins and Tauren Rogues and stuff a few minutes ago.
Tauren Rogues.
It was confusing the one day when I saw the different Kodo. I remember when they first got their Kodo, I was like, "Where did he get that?" Then he's like, "I'm a paladin." And I was like, "Say what?"
I demand that we have Tauren Rogues because
Can
I don't see a problem with
I just
gnomes.
tell you that giant-ass Taurens can't be stealthy and rogues are, in fact, stealthy? That's the most ridiculous thing
No,
I've
but that's
in my life.
why
they
I
could be a
wanna see how they
pirate.
do it.
With Legion, they can be a pirate cow.
Pirate. Hot. Seriously, I'm going to have to draw the line at that.
There are a lot of pirate Tauren that are in game too. Sneaky beef might be actually a thing.
Because I don't stray from Alliance.
But even with the what is it, the druid form of or the cat form for druids, if they're Tauren, they can sneak around. There's no problem.
Most druids I know are freaking night elves. Woo, way to be original. I mean, I'm a night elf druid, but that's because I didn't know what else to choose. So
my big thing with them picking the ability to pick every class with every race will be the day that WoW is over. It'll be the day that the subs are so low that they're going to forego. They're going to forego
out
more.
the window. They're not going to hold true to the rules of the rules of the road, as it were.
Tauren Paladin kind of makes sense, and this is something that's actually going on right now on Twitter with the Red Shirt Guy and a bunch of us Twitter nerds, or lore nerds rather. We're talking about who was a loon, and people saying that she might be a Titan. Others says that she might be a Naru. Well, if she's a Naru, that means that she's part of the light, and the light is what gives the paladins and the priests their power. There would be absolutely no reason for them not to have Tauren
Does she
Paladins.
say the light bless you? Isn't that a thing for the Naru or? For a loon? No.
A loon is an idol.
They're the moon. Yeah. Yeah, they've always been associated
But
with
a loon blesses you. You get a loon's blessing.
Right.
Yeah.
May the light of the loon bless you. And again, that comes back towards a lunar goddess is what they've always portrayed her as. But who's to say that, it's just because that was their culture, because they, the night elves were all about the night and the dark, and the only light that they had to actually worship was the moon. So it could, theoretically it does work.
My issue with it is a loon staff. Like, if she was a Naru, then she wouldn't have a staff.
Well, that would be also saying like the Light's Paladin, the Light's Maces. They have to have some weapon associated with the loon.
I could see that.
They would have to have some associated with the light. I mean, when you think of a light, do you really think of a hammer?
Yeah.
I think of a flashlight,
I think of a flashlight. I think of spell usage. I don't think of a hammer.
Yeah.
I think of Carolann, don't go into the light. That's what I think of when people say the light. Literally, Poltergeist plays in my head. I don't really know if that's valid or accurate, but that's what happens when somebody says it. I literally play that moment of that little tiny old lady midget saying, don't go into the light, Carolann.
You're a little traumatized there.
I know. Movies with kids.
The 70s song by Parliament, Flashlight. And if you don't know that song, go to YouTube
I love how in chat Fryza talks about the Midwinter shirt, and Hots is like, I'm not wearing the Midwinter shirt. Hi, fucker, you're not the only one that got a Midwinter shirt. Like, just so we're clear. I just want to make sure I called him out on that.
Wait, I haven't said anything.
It was huge bloke. It was huge bloke.
Oh.
Wow!
Hot's huge bloke. It all looks the same in the dark, right?
Bloke and Fryza, you guys were at BlizzCon with me, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys get Midwinter shirts?
No, we
Okay.
weren't cool enough to get that.
Just like a fucking moose.
I got my Star Wars shirt ready for Star Wars.
Here's what happens. So when you meet people like Midwinter and you have friends that take you to meet an entire team of famous raiders, you don't bring 20 fucking people with you because that's embarrassing. You bring the one person that it mattered to, which is Hots for Shots, because out of
Sure.
all of us, he's the one. Now, if it had been a bunch of PvPers, it would have been Frieza that I would have called.
I walk in that room. You guys are PvEers? Yeah. Slowly back out of the room.
Pretty much, that's why I brought Hots, because they're like all talking about raid stuff, and I'm like, did any of you do arenas? Is there any
Yeah.
RPGers in this room? Because I don't care about anything you guys do, but you're all awesome, and we talk about you on the show. But I don't, unless you PvP, it's not really my get down. So that's the reason.
Oh no! I mean, it's like Lamoose that just got mentioned.
I
mean,
know.
Just I used to have
Yeah.
a lot of friends, man, that would like
She-
look after me. And
I
help
used
me
to have
with
friends.
stuff, but-
She missed it. I hit her with the bus and then back the fucker over top
No,
of
he
her.
really did.
just-
Valley Metro just came right.
and people
and
wonder
just-
why I spent most of BlizzCon sitting at the bar
So,
drinking Bacardi.
switching subjects awkwardly to avoid any eyes being on this general direction. Hots, I'm not apologizing for insulting you because I would have insulted you later anyway. So just a
Valid.
It's a pre-insult. So new Murloc models, they are very well defined. Actually, I was quite happy with the new models. It looks like so they did a lot of remodeling in Warlords of Draenor where they brought a lot of new fresh things. So I'm thinking they're just kind of cleaning that out and finishing that up and making a lot of our favorite NPCs look a lot more cleaner. The models look very much more refined, more like Murlocs and less like
Speaking of Murlocs,
weird
I
two-dimensional.
met the dude who owns the SaveTheMurlocs.org website. I got to meet him, and he's a really nice guy. And I talked with I had a nice conversation, and he gave me the whole spill that's in the opening video on the website, and he did it in person. I was like, that's cool as shit. But if you don't know that website, you could. It's pretty funny and it's really catchy.
Does it relate to models whatsoever of the Murlocs? Because I don't understand.
Well, kinda. It relates to
He's not
Murlocs.
updating the models on the website.
Is something
Probably not. He might.
I was trying to see what you guys were talking about. That's one thing I didn't hear about.
Yeah,
I don't know why I didn't hear about that.
if you ever go on the internet, Frieza, you wouldn't hear about it because it's
I didn't see it. It's
It's-
nowhere on their website.
Look, he
It's-
had to replace like 20 breaks in an hour and a half. Dude.
I'm gonna
He
send
didn't
the-
take 20 breaks in an hour and a
Send
half.
the link. So they're basically with
True.
all the NPCs, they're doing the dragon whelplings. A lot of your normal NPCs that we see in the questing areas, in the lower level areas, are basically getting a complete revamp. The kobolds, that's pretty legit actually. They're more defined, look less squarish in 2D, and are starting to look more like
You know, take handle.
take
You know, take antlers.
With antlers?
There's this big, oh yeah, that's really weird. They're embracing the moose thing for sure because I don't really know that antlers belong on them. I'm not anyone to judge regarding the antlers.
Wait, they're taking away the candle?
But interesting, all the little critters are getting revamps, which is awesome because the squirrels are very triangular and square. Like their bodies are not really, they don't really look like critters. They look like weird, obscure abstracts is what they look like. So basically they're kind of fine tuning all the things that we love, which I think is pretty awesome. They did the little rabbits. They're doing pretty much everything. Actually, the little whelplings look pretty awesome. I'm excited to see the griffins and stuff like that, but all the NPCs, including the bad ones, so the attackables, are getting revamps. Pretty much all of them, which is, it's nice, personally.
Those amethyst spiderlings are just gorgeous.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done a lot of good work on these.
They really have. The fellbats look amazing. The harpies look very scary now. They didn't really look scary before.
No, they're always a little cool looking though in the first place. So
Sure.
yeah, I always like them,
All-
especially in the Barrens when you first meet them. Oh, such a good time.
Yeah, they're doing a really, really good job. They have Wowhead has a whole list of data mine stuff of all the models that they have pulled. So make sure you guys go to Wowhead and check it out. They're the only ones that are the keeper of the Warcraft gate because they're cool and stuff and are allowed to data mine all that stuff. So new models, they're awesome. Pretty happy with what they're doing across the board. I think they're cleaning some stuff up that they wanted to do in Draenor and didn't really have the time. Now, let's talk about something that's just a tad bit interesting. So, in the data mining process, we were looking at artifact weapons. And it just so happens that in addition to us seeing the initial stuff for the artifacts, meaning what it's going to do, all that stuff's been data mined, but an interesting possible fishing artifact, which kind of came out of left field. So the fishing artifact has all these cool little, I don't know what are they considered? Are they traits? Is that what they are for the artifact weapon? So the things that it can do and the things that it adds, it's basically considered traits. But this fishing one, they have data mined probably the first 20 for all the weapons. But I wanted to find the fishing one.
If it speeds up my fishing,
It's
I'm
called
all for it.
Underlight Angler. It says unknown, but then it says Underlight Angler. So you have things like Undercurrent, teleport to the nearest fishing node. Cursed queenfish angling increases the chance of cursed queenfish to be in the open waters of Asuna. These are some of the traits that it has. Surface tension, walk on water. Black barracuda angling increases chance to catch black barracuda in the open ocean. Some of this stuff is really legit. What's funny is they've never talked about any kind of fishing artifact. It hasn't been mentioned. So what's really weird is why the fuck are you giving an artifact weapon to something people already hate?
It makes people do it more.
That's what it is. You hit it. You hit it.
Pretty much is the sneaking suspicion. They're adding something in because they know people fish. They know people will continue to fish, and it's just another avenue for them to micromanage per se. Here's an artifact, go earn it, because people,
to make sure
they know people
to
will
keep it
spend
relevant.
Yeah, but they know that people will spend another week or two to get it.
Mm-hmm.
The my biggest issue with fishing it has been I fish in a pool and I still only catch one fish. And now the way they've done the fish is you have to get 5 of the enormous ones and then it breaks down to 20 meats. It takes 12 of those meats to make one food that lasts an hour, and I lose it in death. Mm-hmm. So I fish up an entire pool, which is 30 seconds, to get one piece of food that whenever I'm progressing, I lose in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
no,
you got to put some serious hours in to make the food for your raids.
You know what the best food right now for Frosty Case is? Them little Fellbite frenzies that they have on single target. They put out more DPS than all of my mastery food combined. The DPS output on it is ridiculous. So for me, it takes me a couple seconds and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'm glad that they tried to do something like that.
The thing with that is if you don't have the fishing tournament done and you haven't won it now, you might want to do it before they get that out. Can you imagine the advantage somebody would have if they can teleport to all the nodes?
There's also another one here. It's called Dandor's
Fury. You do it too.
Did anybody see that? There's an artifact. It's an artifact weapon called Dandor's Fury, and it talks about dummy artifact power. It's on the same page as all the artifact weapons, but it's really interesting to me because there's a rain of frogs. You can summon a storm of frogs at your target location. Frogs aren't really scary to me, so I don't really know what kind of weapon. This isn't a class weapon.
That's a glyph for shamans.
It doesn't. It's right, but it's one of the traits of this weapon. So Dandor's Fury. I don't know. Is this a shaman weapon? I don't know.
No, it might be a mislink. The code, they might have put a wrong number in, or they're just using a filler.
It's like they usually do with their shamans. Build them up, hope that they're going to get something cool.
It's not related to the shaman. The shaman stuff's already data mined. This is completely separate. It's called Dandor's Fury.
Yeah,
It's not a shaman artifact weapon. That's not what this is here.
I'm not saying it's a shaman. I'm saying that's a glyph for shamans at the moment.
No, because it comes up right now, though. It says unknown Dandor's Fury. And
Tears of Balloon activated. Tidestone of Glogonath activated. Activate Test Dummy 7.
They might just be putting fillers in until they actually get what they want out of it. They want to figure it out.
No, it's. I don't think you're understanding.
Along with the when they're pulling this, Yeah, along when they're pulling this, they will throw these in under different things. Like this Dandor's Fury, it may actually have to do with the dummy procs. Whenever, like right now, if you're going up to the test dummies and you're hitting them, they hit back. So if you go up to the tanking dummy, that damn thing hits back, and it hits back hard enough that it'll kill your ass.
So the tanking dummy is going to summon a rain of frogs?
But that Rain of Frogs, if you do mouse over, it does say glyph for shaman.
Right.
And unfortunately, it may have been just a misclassification for it. Because the glyph for the shaman, they've been trying to pull that out. What is it not her? Is it Hurricane?
For druids?
So
Druids.
this whole thing is probably just other stuff? Like, I guess I'm not understanding.
But the fishing stuff does look awesome.
It looks like that's all done and completed.
Right.
I'll walk on water. I mean...
I like it says Lure Master. That's funny.
Yeah.
Can I be a masturbator?
Fries is like, I'm still not fishing, you fuckers. Like,
know.
I'm still not fishing. So,
I haven't done it. Oh my god, and I don't know how long.
Can I
so-
please get the masturbator title, please?
Masturbator, exactly.
before I forget, let me talk about we had a recent set of hotfixes. So some of the shipyard changes that they just posted for the hotfixes they're still in testing, but they're increasing increased chance of success, bonus on missions provided by human crew by 50%, Pandaren crew by 33%, applies to missions 12% or over. The Alliance Conquest Quartermaster should now correctly offer, the War Gladiator,
Is
the
anyone
Warmonger.
actually still doing those things and giving a shit?
I think so. I still do them.
I have rings.
No,
Or-
but do you sit there and like change the traits on the ships
No.
and
Yeah,
swap your
I-
crews and all that?
I do.
Why?
Because it
Why?
gives me gold.
It serves
Why
its
wouldn't I?
purpose.
But it's a means of gold making. I appreciate that.
But
I
it
have-
makes you so minimal.
I have the add-on though for doing
Oh.
the missions, and right now I think I'm down to 6 ships. I need to replenish them.
Yeah, I'm.
You're
I'm the same.
saying it's minimal. Okay, so if you have none and then you have 20, is that really minimal? Right?
What, 20 ships, 20 gold,
But I'm
20,000
saying,
gold.
so you have 0 gold in your hand, or money. You have zero monies in your hand, but you want to go buy a fucking Big Mac, but you can't because you have 0 monies. Then all of a sudden you have 20 monies in your hand, and you can go buy a fucking Big Mac. Is it really pointless?
That's
Is that?
almost
Are you making
accurate.
you making a
I'm
joke
so
about me? Not paying you money?
So confused because I don't know
Oh,
whether we're
yes,
talking about
mom's cooking. Be
shipyards
quiet.
or McDonald's or.
No, but I'm
Money.
saying, like, it's money's still money, and I'm a fan of money. I'm a fan of in-game.
Oh yeah. No,
If
like
you have-
because I'm the same as Lycan. Like I've got the garrison mission manager as well. So like I still do them, but I don't really look. I just click the ones that say 100% and send them off.
God,
Like,
you guys are
I don't-
terrible. You guys are terrible individuals. I don't even know how we're even friends.
No, I
If you
paid,
have
I paid
0
attention when
bacons
it was
and then
relevant.
you have 1 bacon,
Wait,
you're
who's got
very
bacon?
happy.
I had to
We cook
swap to the
bacon,
coffee
like-
because the wine hit me a little, so we've
Are we-
swapped to the coffee now to make
I-
sure that I'm
Is that
appropriately.
what we're like?
Monies is
coffee?
the official
Are we
currency
baking it?
of Phonecast. Monies.
Yeah, you said bacon. Now he's all over. He's set.
Yeah, no, like fuck the rest of the show. Can
But-
we talk about bacon? Can we cook some bacon?
Uh,
Love
With-
bacon.
Cook
with the
it.
Murloc
mission
bacon? Mm.
See, with the missions, I'm still missing 3 rings. I already got the 1, but I'm missing 2 of the rings, I believe. And I absolutely will not stop until I get the agility and the end ring.
Can't stop, won't stop.
But
Move it.
and then you have people like Agnes in our group in our guild that decides that she's going to go out and get.
Agnes Everdeen.
I know. She's going to go out and get all 6 trinkets that drop off mythic dungeons now in one run.
Is
In
it
one run. That I'm
Agnes?
tanking for.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
Just
her name's
check.
not Agnes anymore. It's Richard.
Agnes. Is it Agnes? It was Agnes.
It was Agnes, but now it is Richard.
So I want to call out Huge Bloke. So Huge Bloke has thought for the longest time that Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games, I do call them the Hunger Games, he thought that Katniss, her name was Agnes. So he's been calling her Agnes Everdeen for like 2 weeks, and the wifely wants to punch him in the face because he's been basically desecrating the Hunger Games.
So, like, those friends that used to be friends with me and went and got the moose mount without me, and now they're watching the Hunger Games and using the right names and throwing me under the bus for it,
I guess that makes me
they
Peter
can peace one.
Jeffries.
Also, your boy commented on the show, didn't he? Was that
Oh,
Cattison?
Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah, that was your boy. I knew it was him, and I was going to call him out on Facebook. He's adorable.
Yeah, he did. He's like, oh, you guys are really good or something like that.
Yeah, he's absolutely adorable. It said
Yeah.
/cat, and I'm like, because we don't know who that is. Come on.
He has his own little Minecraft channel because he sees what we do and he wants to podcast and be a
He's got an
Minecraft.
accent. It's a win. So
My
gonna
nephew
subscribe.
was busted talking to a creep on Minecraft, and he was giving out information. The guy was asking for like, where's what school do you go to? What city do you live in? And he was giving it out.
oh, we should
Internet-
how to
internet
catch a
safety
predator
101.
gaming style.
Yeah, so good thing my brother walked in there and saw his son typing and went over there and said, "Who are you typing to?" And he was like, "What are you saying? You out of your mind?"
Oh, did he light up
And-
flip out? Grounded, right?
Oh, yeah, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. He might play that game for a while.
Because
That
of
was
the
pretty
way
dope.
like
For
games
those
and
of
gaming
you who don't
culture is
know,
moving with the
Fry's
kids.
brother is Elida, who's the original creator of Pwnecast. But Elida does not
What
play
he
around when it
should
comes to
do
children.
is like take out the keys to the keyboard, like pop them out. That way he can't type.
As punishment.
No,
We-
just
No, he's
just
old
make
enough.
only-
No, the kid's old enough not
We
to
just
know.
make sure that
But-
that little bloke just doesn't give that sort of stuff out. Like
Pops,
we've
is
made
that
sure
actually-
that
you
like
feel like
responsible.
that's a valid form of punishment? Please don't.
no, not form
Who's-
of punishment. I'm just saying, like whenever he gives,
think if the kid was-
whenever he gets it back,
Yeah.
you can take the keys out.
Or you could
so
hope
he-
that you're raising a responsible child
Right.
after he's been punished and he doesn't do the same behavior.
Wait
I
a
mean,
minute,
God
wait a minute.
forbid.
You can
I'm
hope.
the,
Out of
wait,
here.
I'm the
You
old
hope.
part of the group here, right? And I know that if you take the damn keys off the keyboard, how the hell is he going to start going around on Minecraft?
WSAD. You
But
leave
it's not even
WSAD.
that. Okay, but
Or
you're
apparently he would use his foot keyboard.
no, he shouldn't be playing Minecraft until he's able and capable of making responsible decisions because he learned his lesson because he was
Right.
punished. Fucking handicap him and be like,
Well,
okay,
and-
that's how
and-
children end up in prison.
And he's not the only kid. I play a lot of Halo, and there's so many kids that are on the chat line talking, and I'm like, do you know your parents? Do they know that you're talking to random people on the internet? Do they know? What? Hello.
My daughter
I'm like,
had like 500.
leave my mum alone.
My daughter had like 500 people following her on Instagram, and I'm like, you don't fucking know 500 people. Why are they following you on Instagram? Like, I literally wigged, and she's like, but Mom, these are my people. Your people? Seriously? Yes.
Yeah,
you don't
no.
Oh, the internet,
Young.
ladies and gentlemen, if you're parents, you need to be stalking your children. Children shouldn't have privacy until they can pay you fucking rent.
I
even
agree. And
then-
YouTube, if you go down the rabbit hole with YouTube, you will find some creepy stuff. I'll tell you that right now.
My girls do how-to videos, and they're not allowed to show their faces when they do the how-to videos. They do my daughter does how-to sculpting. She's allowed to show her hands, but she's not allowed to show her face on YouTube, and she gets really mad at me.
It makes sense though. There's so many. All of a sudden, she has 1 million views, and it's like, well, I bet you they're not watching them how to make something.
Agreed. They're always like, well, can we do makeup tutorials? And I'm like, unless you can find a way to hide your face while you're applying the makeup, no, you can't.
Just do it to the back of your head.
Brown paper bag.
Just
I
let him
usually would
use
put makeup here.
use your 19-year-old son. That'd be fine.
Yeah,
They could use Hots for shots because he
Do
looks
I
like
look
makeup.
pretty?
Boom.
he looks pretty
They
good.
had their
Wait.
chance. I look terrible.
Should I do it?
No, Hots should do it. You should totally do that while I intro the next subject we're going to be talking about because it's going to be epic. So let me just do quick timekeeping here. So I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. That's pretty much it as far as how Legion's looking. I am told that I'm on the list for Alpha. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the next wave of Alpha to hit. Once that happens, I will be able to give all the writers on the PDQ access to what they need to be able to get questions answered for you guys as far as what's going to be happening. So hopefully that should be in the next week or so. Wowhead's doing a really good job, but I think there's some specific things
Oh,
that
my God. I wasn't even paying attention. That guy is crazy.
Shake it
Do
off,
it.
baby.
hang on, don't be. That's
Oh,
right music. That's all.
for the people who can't see,
That
he's
was on
wearing a
Tuesday
blue
last
wig and he was dancing like a stripper.
And doing
It wasn't
his
like stripper. That was like Buffalo Bill.
And I'm the weird one. And I'm the weird one, right?
That's
the
what shot
lotion
this
on
last
its
is mine.
skin, or it gets the house again.
See, everything's about Montel Jordan today. And
Look at
I
your
think you
face,
know.
dude.
I think you guys, we no longer have a WoW podcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is fucking Ellen DeGeneres right here is what this is. This is no longer about World of Warcraft.
You get a wig, and you get a wig.
That's Oprah. God damn it.
She's in my world at the moment. She's in our country. She's going to get eaten by a fucking koala.
She's pretty big. They're going to have to really,
I heard it.
they're going to
I
have to
heard
really
it.
work hard to
You
take down
seen
a
the size of koalas?
I heard a little bit about brown snakes. They call them brown snakes in Australia.
Wait, no.
Are you talking about
Wrong
the
podcast.
animal? Or
So
the...
now-
Wrong podcast.
insulted all the Oprah followers. If you follow Oprah, we're apologizing in advance, but she is in fact a larger individual. She's going to be
just
hard
just
to
make
make
sure you get Lowe's on there as well, Larkin.
That's right. We did.
Sorry about the
Lowe's
Christmas
employees.
trees, Lowe's.
Their
Those
trees
employees.
suck ass. Okay, moving on. So now we can get
Never
into
use them as a sponsor.
we.
Wait, did we get to talk about the rainbows now? Because I feel like this is.
I'll be adding that next.
So the rainbows there. I need to find the right post.
Can
But
we sync the Rainbow Connection while you do that?
rainbows is going to be a toy. You are going to be able to make it happen.
Okay.
It's so fucking weird.
It's been
You know how
in-
many druids are going to be putting a stupid rainbow up?
Rainbow Generator is the name
Rainbow-
of it.
Yeah,
It's already a
but
thing.
it's been in the game for such a long time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a trinket that does it.
Yeah, it's a trinket. I have the trinket.
Okay, but it's no longer going to be a trinket. It's going to be a toy that you can collect
Right.
and put on in your toy box.
The big difference is in the once it's patched in as a toy, it's not going to shoot out my pee-pee. Because that's how it looks at the minute.
And that's
Yeah,
how
it
It's
does.
going to shoot out my pee-pee. That's my
Tweet.
I mean, I've seen
I'm so done. Done.
I've seen broccoli. You know, all out broccoli when he's doing his flowers everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, that was really cool. I like that.
But doing the rainbow generator, I actually have that trinket. I think I still have it in my void storage right now. But I went and got it. And you had to go through and do up by the fur bogs there in what was the name of it? Feralis?
Grizzly Hills.
Grizzly Hill. Was it Grizzly Hills?
That's
Or
her blocker.
Velvet?
No.
Velvet?
The original one's down in Feralis. It's right
yeah,
northwest
Feralis.
of Orgrimmar. So when you were doing those quest lines up there, it actually had you go through, and one of the I think the last quest of that whole line was you got the rainbow generator, and I used to rock that damn thing on my priest. I would run around questing with it on just so when I see somebody, I could fire rainbows at people as I was going down the thing. And I don't think it was an attack though, was it? No, it just generated a rainbow.
I don't recall ever seeing a rainbow being generated. I'm a little disappointed that nobody's ever tried to shoot me with a rainbow. Am I not rainbow worthy?
I've never even seen it. I have no idea what you're talking about.
As
So
soon
you
as
guys
we're
are
done
not worthy of the
recording this
rainbow
show, we're going in-game, and I'm going to rainbow the shit out of you.
That sounds like I need $1.99 for that.
I would probably just ice block.
I got
I
about
get
3
very
today.
scared.
I need about
I'm
treat.
paying in advance.
Oh,
He's got American dollars too.
American over there.
Yeah.
Gotta bring the
So that's
Benjamin
like,
sucker.
that's like $4 Australian dollars.
I see it now. They're going to be like rainbow parades and all types of things going on in Stormwind and Storm Shield.
Everyone's sitting around singing the Rainbow Connection.
So,
Imagination.
the reading
can't go over that
rainbow.
way.
Oh, the reading rainbow. LeVar Burton, ladies and gentlemen. Geordie motherfucking LaForge teaching people how to ride the reading fucking rainbow.
And that's why we're all
classic
ADD.
television.
That's why we're all ADD.
I know.
Lamb chops, the song that never ends.
Oh no, don't make me.
Yeah.
Hear no evil, hear no evil. No, hear no evil. Okay,
It goes on and on.
now we've derailed. We talked about
Some
all the World of
people
Warcraft.
started singing it, not knowing what it was. Some people sing it, something just
Fuck it all.
because it's
He's off the rails.
The song that never
You're
ends.
off the stage. You're off the stage.
Head in shame.
So let's talk about what we did this week in WoW. Frieza, what'd you do this week?
I didn't do much. I was working at my job. Those
You had
horrible
the job
days.
for 3 days. Be quiet.
And then after that, I had time for depression to kick in. And I was not able to get on this week, but I will. And I do believe I will be transferring my character, so I do need to. I know me and Lycan talked about the season coming up, or it's already here.
It's already here.
And I do not plan on working nights. So my next job, I will be working days. So I'm going to have time to play.
Where are you moving tunes to? Another PvP server?
I don't know anything yet.
Argent Dawn.
I might come back to Argent Dawn.
Oh, he would never go to a casual realm like Argent Dawn.
I might come back only for the fact that I do miss arenaing with your.
He's gonna say my husband.
Wait a minute.
Say dark.
But
Weren't
I
you gonna say
will
dark?
pick
You
a
were gonna
group.
say dark, weren't you?
I will pick a group. I will pick a group, and
gonna
I'm
say
only
dark?
going to arena.
Wait.
Yeah, of course.
Bell, what did we tell him when he left Argent Dawn?
I don't want to
You'll
hear.
come to find out that what? That PvPing with your friends
Well-
is what it's all about.
It
And
is.
you said
Anybody
that.
but Dark. He doesn't care about anybody but Dark. That's what people forget. Like whenever me and Dark have this conversation, and him and Frieza will talk, and Dark will be like, "Yeah, you know, Frieza, he wants to play with us again," and I'm like, "No, fucker. He doesn't want to play with me. He wants to play with you. Literally, you are all he cares about. He doesn't give two
Wait a
shits
minute.
about me.
I just
He
want
wants
to
to
play
play with
God
me now.
comps.
Do you know why?
No,
That's why.
not the thing anymore. Don't you pay attention? No,
Hold on. It's always a thing.
No, nobody runs.
Always. They do.
No,
They
KFC.
do.
no, they don't. Literally, I just watched a
No,
big.
it's looked down
Turbo
upon.
Cleave?
It's looked down upon.
No,
Jung-
nobody
Jungle
runs it
Cleave?
anymore.
I'm a frost mage.
Turbo
I'm not gonna
Cleave.
change my character.
Turbo Cleave is technically the new God comp because anyone
You
can
know,
just
You're
kind of.
probably right, but I'm a frost mage, so
Nobody's
Wait.
really doing God Comp anymore. They've
And see, do you know why he likes me now?
Turbo
Because I
Cleave's
told-
not with the frost mage.
Because I told him
Not at all.
I told him I had a Shadow Priest. He went,
Yeah.
"You have a priest?"
I said he had
Really?
the shadow priest. I was like, I think I might be friends with you. Let's go do this, man. Let's go freaking die together.
While Destro got a nice little PvP buff last.
I saw a YouTube video recently. I can't remember the YouTuber, but he was talking about Destro, and I was going to link it to you, and I watched it. It was 5 minutes long, and I was like,
They're
whoopie-doo.
Destro back to glory days, so better.
I'm happy. I'm happy to see him back in the arena. I really am. I want to see Destro back in there.
Yeah.
I also want to see Fire more often as well.
I see a lot of fire in RBGs.
Anyone else we'd like to see in an RPG?
I would love to see Elemental Shamans, which they are buffing Elemental Shamans as well. They are moving them in the right direction. They buffed their Lava Burst. They buffed some things for PvP. So they're things are happening. I don't know if they're good or bad, but they're happening, and that's all that matters.
Right.
Lycan, what did you do this weekend? Wow.
I definitely didn't get a moose mount. That's for sure.
But you got your Archie kill.
I did get my Archie kill. I didn't get moose mount. Bloke, did you get your moose mount yet?
Haters
just-
on
no,
it.
no,
Potatoes
I
on a
am.
potato.
Okay. No. I did get my Archie kill today. It was actually just tonight. Last night. I was able to log in. I've never prayed so hard for a wipe on my guildies that I ever did last night. As soon as I got in, I heard them. They were down to like about 26%. I'm going, please wipe. Please wipe. Please wipe. And they wiped. So I told them once I came in and we downed them on the next shot, it was just because it was my DPS that brought them there. So,
Right.
Yeah. I finally got my achievement for the normal kill. Now, if I could just find somebody that knows anybody that does moose mounts,
DPS is helping.
no, let's not go with that again. You're just jealous. Actually, no. Even tonight I was pushing. We did a lot more on Heroic Hellfire Citadel. We got 6 bosses down as of recording of the show. So that was
I
impressive.
want to work us in to be able to have Archie
Yeah.
on farms so that we can get people the moose mount is really it's a big huge factor on the back end with some of us in the guild because we are halfway through heroic now, which is farther than we've ever gone in
We
a
were
short
stuck-
amount of time.
We were stuck at the second boss. We could not get back past the bomb phase of the second boss, and I think what it was, we were overthinking it. Now that we stepped in there, we downed it once. We pretty much 1 or 2 shot all the bosses all the way up
And
until.
I had to put the bitch hat on. I had to put the bitch hat on, and I had to be what I don't like to be to force people to be accountable for their actions in raid. We don't want to be elitist, but we don't want to wipe 20 million fucking times on a boss either. So we revamped the raid. We got a lot more serious. We let people know, hey, if you put Reap in the middle of the room, we're going to boot you from the fucking raid because this is now, 3 months, 4 months in, 5 months into this content. We shouldn't be doing those small mechanics. So we are halfway through heroics. We are trying to get it where our guild does have heroic Archie on farm because I would like to be able to provide the moose mount for other people that wouldn't normally be able to get it and not charge them or make them jump through all these funny hoops. And you don't have to show me your boobs. We're just going to help you get them out because that's how we roll. Maybe you have to show me some boob.
I'll show you. Too.
I got really awkward really quick.
But with but I gotta admit though, the Valor points coming back has definitely been. I'm proud of the guild because every time I log into the guild, they're always running mythic dungeons. Most people that are on our heroic raid team are doing all the mythic dungeons per week just to get their Valor points.
True.
Then they're turning around. They're always in LFR now. They're pulling up their Valor points that way. As many ways as they can get it. These guys have really busted their ass. They've really stepped up the game, and I can't be more proud of a raid team that again comes from a bunch of casuals that were, hey, let's go ahead and start raiding back whenever Highmall was started.
For sure.
To actually now pushing current content, and it's refreshing. And even Daddy Tiergan hasn't been that mad, so it's not been too bad.
Daddy Tiergan, I know Tiergan.
Daddy Tiergan.
Show. I want to tell you that I had the pleasure of Zooming with Daddy Tiergan today, and Daddy Tiergan's been through an entire lifestyle change. Not Jenner lifestyle change, but he, for health purposes, add them to the list.
Add them to the list. There
For
you go.
health purposes, I didn't even recognize him. He lost a lot of weight and looks almost pretty much the same size as Cody, which I want to give Tiergan a kudos for taking the step to get out of the chair, because I don't like to get out of my chair. I'm doing exercise this week. It's scary time.
Transgenders have been added to the list, so we apologize.
You're transgender. We love you. I don't give a shit.
The views and opinions expressed by the host do not necessarily reflect the
You
official
are. We love
policy
all
or position of
people.
Phonecast.
You know who we don't love? We don't like people named Lycan. That's who we don't love. And we don't like people named Hots for Shots. That's
You know why?
I'm pretty sure she just called Tiergan fat. That's what I heard.
did not call Tiergan fat.
Wait, we can tell because I still don't have my moose mouth.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
Hots, what did you do this weekend? Wow, besides sit there creepily with your blue wig on?
You know, man, I just totally hit on God with the ETC and took like 5 bong sucks with the resto friends, and just kind of chilled around and hung out with some mythic dungeons, and did.
I want to blow my headset up right now.
I didn't really do a whole lot. I just mythic dungeoned it up. Still getting logs, having fun doing the
Fancy haircut going on.
yeah. It's just
Can you put the wig back on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have less respect for you with that wig.
No, I've been going through the whole life change. I've been pushing hard to try to find a mythic raid team.
Are you gonna fucking cry right now? What's happening?
I can't do it. Leave Brittany alone.
Are you gonna cry?
I wasn't gonna laugh, but I have to.
Leave Hots alone.
They don't let me have drinks before or during the show.
Absolutely
professional.
nowhere near crying. I was just saying, like,
You sounded like you were choking up about getting logs. That's why I was
Really?
like, yes.
This might be that thing that we think that everyone thinks. That might be why.
No.
No,
Oh, everyone. Basically, what he's saying is everybody thinks he's gay.
yeah, they do.
How many of you watching or listening to the show, I want you to comment on our YouTube channel right now. Stop what you're doing. Click the comment button, and I want you to tell me how many of you thought he was gay. Because the amount of people that message me on Facebook and ask me if he's gay, including my gay friends that want to date him, literally are like, hey, is he single? Well, he's single, but I mean, he's not gay, so I don't know why you're asking me if he's single. Oh, we're pretty sure he's gay.
Here's the running list. I added homosexual.
No, I'm not
because somebody's going to get offended.
That's not an insult. He should be proud to be among such people. Jake from State Farm is one of my favorite gays in the world, and if he listens to this, he knows I love him. I totally love him. But people do think that he is, and I can
have a
see that.
girlfriend. I've never had any. That's my
Her name-
brother.
Her name is Richard.
You have to name the right price. He'll be whatever you want him to
His name
be.
really is Richard, which is why it's
It is.
funny. It's even funnier. Her name is Richard.
Wait, what?
Are what you eat.
I'm so fucking.
I don't
I'll
know his new
explain
girlfriend.
later.
I don't know. I don't know.
His
Oh,
girlfriend's name is Richard. Her name is Angie. Really, she's one of the top officers in my guild. But everybody calls her Richard, so that's why it's funny.
I'll explain later.
How is she a Richard?
Wrong podcast.
You are what you eat. The nickname for Richard.
What?
Wrong
I mean,
podcast.
I'm in. If you want to continue the conversation, let's
that's
go,
what
man.
Lycan said. That's what
You
Lycan
just
said.
insulted your girlfriend.
That's what Lycan said the name came from. So
No,
he
the
said it
name
in
came
chat.
from because she always yells dicks when she's running somewhere. That's what she does in game. Well, I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, that's
Cry from her name's Richard because she is dicks.
That's just what Lycan said, and it's like she told me about it. She was like, apparently everyone calls me Richard now. I don't really remember why. So I was like, oh, okay.
Hi,
cool.
Hots' girlfriend. Sorry.
Huh.
I'm very confused, and I'm trying to understand, and I can't concentrate because he's wearing a girl head on a boy body.
That list is getting longer and longer.
We're no longer in the realm of podcasting, ladies and gentlemen. We are on a talk show at this point. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Okay. Brooke, what did you do this week in WoW? Hopefully it was not eating dicks or anything of the sort, because I need to change the subject.
Transvestites are added.
Just add it.
What did you do this week in WoW, bloke?
He touched me here.
You remember that Family Guy? Remember that Family Guy? He's like, where did the angel touch you? And he's like, I have a freaking halo. Who are you going to believe? Go ahead, sorry.
All right, game time, folks.
I'm sweating all over because I'm laughing. Like, I'm literally like, my
gross.
back creases are
I am
crying.
crying, and they're happy tears, not lube tears. That's
Okay, hold on. Where's my coffee? I gotta sober up because I'm not right.
I've seen a lot of videos. Never seen that one.
Anyway.
What the fuck is going on?
We've lost the show.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Okay, what did you do this week in WoW?
Besides, be really, really super mega proud of myself because I rated in the right gear for once.
Yes.
I spent a bit of time doing the same old as always achievements, but the majority of my time this week has been trying to conquest gear on my DK and my hunter, and like really messing around with Ashran and trying to ping off the last of those achievements and getting Nemesis done. Apparently finding 500 pandas and 500 goblins in that place is just like, I know what I'm gonna be doing till Legion, so like fuck raiding. I have to apparently go and kill like one panda a week.
And
You used to be able to do it before when you could pick your own and make your own Ashran group. It was really nice
the biggest thing that
really
fucking annoys me about that, and I spoke to the devs about it, was the fact that if you have multiple characters that you intend to do that on, and you pick the same race. So in my case, when I did it, I had two different tunes, thinking that they would be account wide. I clicked on the Taurans, and there's no way to go back and change it. You can't scrap the building and start again. You can't quest log it. You can't get a GM to help you. You're literally fucked. Like, you have to do it. So now, instead of 500...
Yeah, you click on the statue. You can change it.
No.
You abandon the quest. Yeah.
Yeah, you click the statue and it changes it.
Yeah, you abandon the quest and you pick up the other one. Obviously, what you've killed is going to be null and void and you're going to have to start over. But yeah, you abandon the quest and then the quest will be there for you to pick up.
Oh, this is going to be fantastic because I have a tweet from...
Wouldn't it be great when we have a podcast about the WoW news that you would know, and we even have a website, pwnecastdailyquest.com, that would tell you this information regarding...
I'm going to show you the tweet from the dev saying you can't undo it.
No, you just abandon the quest and then you can I did it twice.
Yeah, I've done it. Unless
abandon the quest and then go back
and changed it.
Now I'm going to be like...
What's that website again?
Like,
pwnecastdailyquest.com.
As it were.
Well,
I like it.
Fuck you all. Move along. Nothing to see. Move along.
Okay, I'm kidding. So, yeah, now we've just saved your life. Yeah, that's not anything PvP related is always going to be tune bound. It just is what it is. The titles are tune bound.
No.
Yes?
No, not with the Nemesis titles. The Nemesis titles are account bound.
All the other PvP titles are tune bound.
Right. All the other PvP ones are, but if you go through the Nemesis ones, they're all account bound. Because I actually have, the Orc Killer, and I have that title, Orc Slayer, on my DK, and I never did it on my DK. So yeah, but the other ones, no, the other ones like Knight Captain, those are all tune bound.
Yeah. So now you can go on and do that, which is pretty legit.
I was right. You were wrong. Eat a dick. Then I can call you Richard.
So this week in WoW, I raided. We killed shit.
What?
I completed my all the pilgrim achievements. So
very nice.
That's one less thing for the What a Long Strange Trip. I've got 4 other I think it's 4.
Right then, did you swallow that down?
But didn't you miss a couple of them though?
I did for the beginning. I need the Children's Week, the midwinter, midsummer, Indian summer. I don't fucking know. Somebody's
Midsummer
summer.
Festival.
And then I have to do Merrymaker. I think and then I'm good. I think that's all.
Merrymaker's easy.
Everybody's telling me
I
Children's Week
I
is going
feel
to be
like
the hardest
we
thing
missed
for me.
someone.
Yeah. No, you know what? I have the title. I've actually had the What a Long Street trip for about 4 years now.
The mount?
Yeah, the mount and the achievement, but there's not one of them in there that's not impossible or very hard to do. It is a pain in the ass. It does take a long time, but it's when you get on that purple or that violet protodrake, it's a badge of honor.
Some of the ones with Children's Week, like getting kills and caps and stuff like that, but that has changed over time because that achievement was one of the very first ones that were like, in my eyes, that was the big year-long one, and that was going to be the ultimate. That was the first one that I got that turned me onto achievement hunting, and I was stressing hard that it was going to take me a good couple of years to get the PvP achieves, but just keep plugging away and you'll get them.
The Halloween one with I want to say it was back whenever achievements first came out, where you had to eat nerds, the GNERD, the buffs, and then you had to do like certain things and kill people with that buff. Holy fuck that! Yeah.
It really was a long, strange trip.
Well, that's pretty much all I did this week in WoW, besides doing the random stuff. But I think we are coming up on our time.
Oh my God.
My teenagers have become un-CC'd. They're running around the house like friggin' mad people. The animals, all hell's broke loose. I'm starving. The wine.
Did you read the Van Rookie interview they had with him?
I watch Ben every day stream, so.
You saw they were asking him questions and all that?
Did he mention the psycho chick that stalked him at BlizzCon?
No.
He was here in my hometown on the 27th. He was here at a pub downtown.
That's pretty creepy.
I couldn't go because I had to attend a family member's wedding. Well, he's basically family. Well, yeah, I wasn't allowed to wear a tuxedo either. Apparently, it's frowned upon for the girl to wear a tuxedo to the wedding. But I am going to go ahead and close out the show. We are going to get on out of here. Make sure you guys go to PwnecastDailyQuest.com. Make sure you guys also follow us on Twitter, Facebook.com/Pwnecast. There's all of our Twitters here.
I just have this real super quick question. Hey, Hots?
Yes?
What'd you do this week in WoW?
What
do you mean?
I don't get it.
I don't know, everybody else just bounced through and little old
Well,
Hots
we
did.
got Hots.
Yeah.
We talked about his week in WoW.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
I think we more interrupted Balasang's week in WoW than we did.
Yeah. It's fine, because I didn't do much anyway, so you guys only helped me out at this point, really.
I think in Hot, he's confusing us, mocking him the whole time for his week in WoW.
I'm super confused right now, but anyway, all right, let's
We
go.
totally did Hots' week in WoW.
The drugs are
we
wearing off,
more
so it's
ragged
okay.
on him. We more ragged on him for that week.
I don't know if
Oh,
anybody
yeah.
else notices, but the order in which I do things when I'm addressing everybody is the order in which people started on the show. So I always start with Frieza when Frieza's here because Frieza's one of the original veterans, and then I move on to Lycan, and then I go to, Hots technically was the first, but
Oh, I see how it
it's
is.
technicality by like
Go on.
2 weeks. So when I do things, I do
Friendship,
things in the order in which they're on. When I ask questions, when I'm addressing, it's always in that order. That's how I never forget anybody because I do it in the order. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to get on out of here because we're not talking about World of Warcraft, and it's already been way too long, and we're past time.
So, Jeff
Hi.
made this. By the way, it's 2015. It's okay to be bifactional.
Add that to the list. Add that to the list.
Hi, folks.
Jeff is Tahazu Designs. He's the official. He's
That was awesome, by the way.
You're learning
official
how to say it
crafter.
like a champ.
This
He's
thing's
the
fucking
official
amazing.
crafter of Pwnecast. Tahazu Designs. Find him on Facebook. He's pretty awesome. He's making us some stuff for our background, actually, for the show as we speak. He's commissioned him to do some things for us. He's going to be my my cosplay partner. Him and I are. He's already started building it out because he does the.
All the things.
I don't know what the fuck
Beautiful work.
that big giant machine, but he does beautiful work. So we are going to get on out of here. I do want to thank everybody for spending their hour with us every week. We don't know why you keep watching, but I love that you do. I love all the comments that
We
happen.
love all of you.
You guys are awesome. We are about to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is no small feat for YouTube of podcasting. I'm pretty fucking stoked about that. So yes, golf clap.
Golf
Make
clap
sure
for
you
that
guys find us on Twitter, follow us on Twitter, and yeah, that's pretty much it. We are gonna get the hell on out of here because now's about the time the weird shit starts happening, and I'm not. The only thing I still got my little Murloc guy. I have 2. That's it.
This is
I'm not sure I saw the Murlocs last time.
Murloc kid.
Shit,
That one's all they're all happy.
they're like running. I don't know. They're like doing the running of the Murlocs or something. They're running. So we're gonna go ahead and get on out of here, guys. Bye.
I just realized that was Pokemon. I don't know why it took me the whole episode to figure it out.
Is that Jigglypuff? I can't see it, so.
I don't know who that is. I don't remember.
World?
I'm sorry, I'm not a Pokemonologist.
Okay. Cody, we were in.
Hold on, wait.
That wig is fabulous. You should wear that every week.
You need to get different wigs.